How's it going, everybody? GameStake here, back with another video. Today bringing you probably the weirdest what if I'll probably ever do. I don't know why I thought of this, but I'm planning on doing a lot more what ifs if you guys couldn't tell. I'm going to try to be a lot more frequent, but the editing might not be, like, on top of it. So if you see just me using clips from Naruto or whatever, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get these out as fast as I can for you guys, of course. I'm also trying to grow my content, but what's today's what if? Well, if you've seen the thumbnail and seen the title, it's exactly what you guys saw. What if Naruto wasn't in Naruto? And the main idea of this is I've seen a couple what ifs of what if Naruto was in this universe and what if Naruto was in that universe, and my thought was, well, what about the Naruto universe then? So me personally, I'm going to be doing what ifs like that as well. So let's get into it. So the first part I was thinking of is, would Naruto just not be born? It's like, no, because he would have been in a different what if, right? So my thought would be the only reasonable time for Naruto to even be alive would be during the Ninetales attack, and we'd have to figure out some way that his mother and his father, Kushina and Minato, both sent him to a different world. Now that part, I do not know. I guess you could do some crazy theory, but we're going to say that's when Naruto pretty much ceases to exist in the Naruto universe. And what would that cause for the world, and what would that cause for, like, the characters, right? So first off, I think with this, after the Ninetales attack, the third Hokage would be like, where is their son? So he'd probably have an Anbu unit and a couple of Jonin searching around the area. Because the Three Tails is gone, we just have a dead Kushina and a dead fourth Hokage, and I think it would be pretty reasonable to believe that Naruto's would be the Jinchuriki of the Ninetales, and of course that is pretty much their power of Konoha. I don't want to say Naruto is pretty much a weapon for Konoha, but he's a pretty big asset, so they would search around the area for Naruto. As for the Akatsuki, their plan from then on would probably to be also looking for Naruto. They would be like, where did he go? For our plan to work, we need to get all the tailed beasts chakra. So this would kind of throw a screw in everybody's plans, right? For the third Hokage to take care of Naruto, and for the Akatsuki to collect all the tailed beasts and go through with their mission. So I think with this, that actually kind of ruined the whole plot of Naruto, really, with the Akatsuki and the Fourth Great Ninja War. Just everything would just be askew at that point. I think the only person we can really look at that it would really change would be Sasuke, and I think it would be that Sasuke would turn rogue later than he did in canon, because he won't have Naruto to be there to show him that he's weak, right? Because that's one of the main reasons that Sasuke left for power, was because he saw Naruto improve so fast. So I think most of the characters would be the same. The only other character I could really think about right now is Hinata, and I think the only change is that she wouldn't have a interest in anybody else, really. I don't think she would be another girl that falls for Sasuke. I think she would just be, I don't want to say better, but I think everything would go the same, except she wouldn't have an interest, so she wouldn't be having anybody to look after, or stalk, pretty much, and she'd pretty much follow all the rules of the Hyuga. In a sense, I do want to say that Hinata would become a little bit stronger because she would be focusing on her Hyuga goals and not focusing on Naruto, but we can beg to differ on that one, because Hinata was kind of like, she was held to a high expectation with everybody else being a prodigy, kind of, except for her. That's kind of my own headcanon, but I think there would be a slight of a change in her power actually being stronger with Naruto gone. Now, I'm going to sound a little bit all over the place, but after the Ninetales attack, the Anbu would look for him, and there would be no trace of him. The Akatsuki would be sent out to look for him, and they would also have no results. And I think with that, the Akatsuki would try to figure out something else to do, because Zetsu was kind of the mastermind behind it all, next to Madara and Obito. Obito would be like, well, we don't have the Ninetales. He's just vanished off the face of the earth. And they would kind of be in a pickle. They're like, what do we do? Do we still capture all the other Jinchuriki? Would that be just a waste of time? And with that, I can only see two things happening, which is they would take a different route on for Pain. I think Pain would start to go through with his vision of the world, with like attacking other villages. It wouldn't be till later, or they just stop and they just sit idle and sit on their thumbs waiting for Naruto. But I think they would have more of an active role. Would they still go for Jinchuriki? Probably. I think Obito would be like, alright, let's still go for the other Jinchuriki. And so my pickle here is, do they do it earlier, or do they do it later? And I think it would be later because they still had to make the statue. I forgot what it was called. That was the whole reason why they waited till, well, when Shippuden started to do their thing. Key note here, I'm doing this in my other what if. I don't think Sakura would take up medical ninjutsu because whoever the replacement with Naruto was, I don't think they would be like exactly like Naruto, and I don't think she would take medical ninjutsu. Just because everybody likes to do this with Sakura, I'll do the same. I think she'll take up genjutsu as well, training with Kurenai once in a while. So with that, just like my what if Sakura had the Sharingan, she'd be focusing on genjutsu, and Kankuro would die and all that, and there just wouldn't be Naruto. But I also do not think that the Fourth Great Ninja War would happen. Sakura, Lady Chiyo, I don't think Kakashi would probably die earlier off, including whatever Naruto's replacement could be. We only have the Konoha 11, and there's no other real character that I could really see replacing Naruto. Maybe the teams would be a little different, with Kiba being a part of Team 7. And with that would be like a whole other what if on its own. With Kiba, if Kiba was a part of Team 7 actually, I think they'd actually have a lot more trouble in the Land of Waves arc. Maybe it'd either be a little more trouble or a lot more trouble because of Akamaru, and they could do like the Fang over Fang, so maybe that could have worked. But honestly, Naruto is pretty much a unique character in that universe, so I don't really see that happening. So I think we should, even though this is a shorter episode, I'm just going to recap everything. What if Naruto wasn't in Naruto? Sasuke, 1, would become rogue later. 2, Kiba would probably be his replacement. 3, they would probably, Sakura and Kiba would probably die and start a Shippuden. 4, after they get all the tailed beasts, there would be nothing left, because they would still need the 9 tails, so pretty much the Fourth Great Ninja War wouldn't happen. I don't think they would start a whole war just trying to get the 8 tails. And the Akatsuki would kind of be at a standstill, like, what are we supposed to do? Other than that, all the characters that died in canon would still die. And I think after the Jinchuriki were all collected, because Nijax actually pointed this out, the only reason that they were able to track down Sasori was because of the Akatsuki robe that he collected, and because he dies here, they wouldn't be able to do that, so it would take them a lot longer. So I think it wouldn't be a Great Ninja War, but it'd be like a bit of an alliance. Like they would have like an Avengers, which would be like Kakashi, a couple heroes from the Canon War, and all that. And they would track down the Akatsuki and have a fight with the Akatsuki. It would be a close match, and yeah, that's what I kind of think would happen if Naruto wasn't in Naruto. As for the what ifs, I'm probably going to be doing, I'll probably do what if Naruto was in Dragon Ball. I think that would be a pretty fun one to do. Other than that, I want to hear your arguments down below. This was just kind of a filler. I'm still trying to work out what if Sakura had the Sharingan part 4 or 3. It was 3. If you heard a Discord notification, that's because my friend actually came in for a second though. But yeah, next will be part 3. If you want me to elaborate more on what if Naruto wasn't in Naruto, let me know. Yeah, look forward to more what ifs. Look forward to me just trying to throw content out there for you guys. And yeah, Anime Steak signing off.